Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are taking a really close look at a global enterprise that's making some serious waves in South Africa, APLGO. Our goal here is to give you a clean, kind of actionable shortcut to understanding the entire business opportunity. We're going to break down three key areas: the company's global stability, the patented science behind their products, and of course, the big one, the 12-stream compensation plan for 2026.
Right. And we've been deep in the source material for this one. We're talking the fast start manual, the tech pages, the comp plan notes, because when you look at an opportunity like this, you need to know more than just the headlines.
You need the mechanics.
You need the strategic mechanics. So we're here to really clarify the mission and the actual architecture for building a real sustainable business with them.
Okay, so let's start right at the top. Because in network marketing, the stability of the company, well, it's everything.
It is. And the documents are emphatic on this point. APLGO is a debt-free global enterprise.
Which is huge. And they're operating in, what, over 75 countries now?
Over 75 countries. And that term debt-free, that's not just, a boast. It's a critical risk assessment factor for you, the potential associate.
It suggests they're healthy, financially sound.
Exactly. It suggests robust financial health and protection against economic shocks. We're not talking about a startup here. This is a $220 million annual sales operation?
And the independent rankings seem to back that up. They're ranked number 44 in the top 100 DSN companies.
Which is out of an estimated 5,000 direct selling companies globally. So that's pretty high up.
Yeah, that's significant.
And when you combine that with their AAA plus credibility rating, which is the highest you can get this global scale, it just becomes immediate risk reduction for someone starting in South Africa.
So you don't have to prove the company.
No. The company has already proven itself. You get to leverage that massive pre-vetted stability from day one.
Let's talk about the leadership, because the founder, Sergey Kulikov, has a really interesting background.
He does. He's highlighted not just as an entrepreneur, but as a successful analyst and a business coach. I mean, the man earned his first $1 million at age 21.
Which tells you something.
It tells you that the systems within APLGO were probably designed by someone who deeply, deeply understands scalable financial mechanics.
Okay, but structure is one thing. What about the product itself? I think the biggest strategic advantage mentioned is the manufacturing.
Oh, absolutely. They don't outsource their core production. They own their own state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in Europe.
And for the person on the ground, the person building the business, why does that matter?
Well, it's twofold. First, there's control. They ensure product integrity, product consistency across all 75-plus markets.
Okay, quality control. Makes sense.
And second, cost control. They control their own cost of goods sold. They can scale up production without relying on margin-eating third-party suppliers.
Which means they have more capital to put back into.
The compensation plan.
Exactly.
Which is how they can afford those really high payout percentages we're going to get into later.
Yeah, the capacity of that place is it's staggering.
Yep.
Over 1 million units a day.
1 million units per day. It guarantees the supply chain can keep up with whatever exponential demand comes its way.
So all of this infrastructure is built to support let's say, a pretty ambitious mission statement.
A very ambitious one.
Yeah.
The manual quotes it directly. The company's purpose is creating and developing a company where each eager and persevering individual can become wealthy.
It goes on, right? Something about financial freedom and personal development.
It does. Achieving financial freedom, the ability to travel with a great company, and receiving personal development to become a better version of yourself. So it's a very holistic vision.
And it seems to be working here. The sources say there are already over 12,000 registered associates across Africa in just the last 2 years.
That's rapid movement. And it suggests high demand, not just for the product, but for this whole structured system for wealth building.
All right, so they have the solid foundation, the global scale. Let's get into the engine of it all, what they call the sweet science, the accumulate SA technology.
Yes, this is their innovative differentiator.
So for anyone who's a bit technical or maybe a bit skeptical, how does this extraction process actually work?
It's a specialized process. It uses pulsed electrical currents to isolate these tiny nanoparticles of active botanical compounds from fruits, herbs, seeds.
And the key is that it's only the active compounds, right?
That's the key insight, yes. They're isolating only the potent phytonutrients without including all the other extraneous plant material. So you get very high purity, very high concentration.
Purity is great, but the real question for any supplement is speed. How fast does my body actually absorb it?
And that's where the bioavailability mechanism comes in. The process doesn't just pull the compounds out, it actually causes a thinning of the cellular membranes of the
A
plants.
thinning of the membranes.
Yes. And when those membranes thin, the good stuff, the phytonutrients, bioflavonoids, organic acids, they're all instantly released. The source material has a great quote. It says, this process makes them more bioavailable.
So my body doesn't have to waste energy breaking down all the fibrous stuff. The nutrients are basically pre-digested and ready to go.
That's a great way to put it, exactly. And the delivery system takes it even one step further. The isolated particles are structurally modified.
How so?
They form what are called negatively charged nanoelements. Now think about it. The body's unhealthy or damaged cells, they typically carry a positive charge.
Oh, I see where this is going. Opposites attract.
Precisely. This activated mix is then added to a pleasant-tasting caramel lozenge drop. You dissolve it under your tongue for sublingual absorption.
So it goes straight into the bloodstream.
And that electrical charge acts like a navigational system. The source material uses this really tight analogy for it.
What's that?
It calls each drop a little torpedo directed straight to your cells. It's engineered for rapid systemic effect.
A little torpedo. I like that. So we have this cutting-edge technology. How do they actually package it for the everyday person? That's where the 3 product collections come in.
Exactly. And the structure here is really smart. It's designed for market penetration and for retention. You shouldn't just look at this as a price list.
It's more of a tiered system.
It's a tiered system designed to meet different consumer needs and, for the business builder, to maximize the commission points, or PV, as they call it. And by the way, all standard products have 30 lozenges per box.
Okay, so let's walk through the strategy here, starting with the daily collection.
The daily collection. This is your most affordable entry point. It generates 20 PV per unit. Strategically, this is the continuity engine of the business.
The repeat buys.
The repeat buys. It includes high-demand support items like GRW for immunity, GTS for stamina, and RLX for stress and sleep. These are affordable, everyday solutions that create loyal customers.
Okay, moving up a level, we have the premium collection. That's a big jump in points to 50 PV.
It is. And this collection is for more targeted support. The higher price in PV, that's reflecting the more specialized nature of the formulas.
So what are some examples in that range?
You have things like HPR for deep detoxification and immune defense, or HRT, which targets heart and circulation health. This is where you capture customers who have more defined health goals.
And then at the top, you have the Elite Collection. That's 70 PV per box. This must be the really specialized high-performance stuff.
It is. This collection serves 2 functions. It caters to the customer seeking, high-performance results, and it maximizes the commission you earn on a single sale.
And what's in that collection?
The Elite Collection includes BRN for mental clarity, BTY for beauty, skin, and hair support, and HPY for mood balance. So it allows a business builder to effectively capture those higher-end consumer needs.
And we should probably highlight the weight wellness product, PFT. That seems to be in a category of its own.
PFT is a standalone star. It generates 60 PV, and it's engineered specifically to help normalize appetite and support weight management journeys. So with these 3 tiers, the business can really serve the entire wellness market.
All right, let's pivot to the money. The financial structure, the recipe for that 12-course feast you mentioned. They make a really striking claim about the plan's generosity.
They do. And the most impressive number we found in the compensation documents is the 63% payout figure.
63%.
That's how much the sales volume APLGO pays back to the network through its 12 income streams. It can even go up to 74% for high-volume clients.
That's a huge commitment to the distributor base.
It's a massive indicator of long-term sustainability.
Okay, before we dive into the structure, let's clarify some jargon. We've said PV a lot. What about CU?
Good call. So for anyone new to this, PV is product volume. It's the point value assigned to products, like the 70 PV for the Elite Collection. It's what your commissions are calculated on.
And
CU stands for conditional unit. It's basically the internal currency APLGO uses for international payouts. This standardizes commissions, so it doesn't matter which country a sale came from. It makes building a global team seamless.
Got it. Now, to get access to this plan, you choose one of 6 geo statuses. They range from promoter at R1,500 up to diamond at R45,000. That's a big investment for a new entrepreneur. Why demand such a large commitment up front?
That is the critical question. And the commitment is high because the rewards are immediately maximized. It's actually a form of risk mitigation. If you start lower, you leave money on the table right away.
So there's a specific
The
incentive.
main incentive is what they call the diamond advantage within the unilevel bonus.
Okay, break that down for us simply. What is the diamond advantage?
So typically in a unilevel plan, your commission percentage shrinks the deeper your team goes. Maybe you have 5% on your first level, it scales up. Maybe you get 10% on your sixth level. The diamond advantage flips that entirely. The plan states, and I'm quoting here, diamonds receive flat 10% payout on all 6 levels, maximizing unilevel earnings at every tier of depth.
Wait, so instead of your percentage scaling up, you lock in the maximum 10% rate across the board from day one.
Exactly. It's like getting the guaranteed top-level commission rate on every single person in your structure right from the start.
That would dramatically increase your long-term income potential.
Dramatically. And that's why that upfront investment is justified by the immediate financial leverage you get.
Beyond the diamond tier, how are the 12 streams grouped for someone who just needs cash flow now?
We can group them by timing. So a beginner is going to focus on the instant bonuses. These provide fast cash flow.
Like the start bonus.
The start bonus, which is 10 to 20% on new enrollments,
Yeah.
and the group bonus, 10 to 30% depending on your status. These are designed to fund the early stages of your business.
And then you have the more long-term earnings.
Right. The monthly bonuses, which are focused on stability. That includes the lifestyle bonus and the activity bonus.
And what about the really high-end rewards, the luxury stuff?
Those are the growth incentives, the quarterly infinity bonuses, and the big rank rewards. We're talking luxury watches, cash bonuses of 100,000 CU, even apartments valued at 200,000 CU. It's a comprehensive structure.
Okay, so the ultimate goal is moving up through those 14 ranks, from manager to crown ambassador. What I liked is that the system seems to acknowledge that people build teams in different ways.
That flexible qualification is critical. The plan uses what they call the either-or rule for your monthly rank qualification. So you don't have to balance your volume perfectly all the time.
Can you break down that either-or rule? The small leg PV versus the structure PV.
Yeah, think of it like getting credit for running a marathon in 2 different ways. The first path, the either, which is small leg PV, that rewards you for building balanced growth.
So building wide.
Building wide. You qualify because you have multiple strong legs, say 4 or 5 teams, all contributing volume. The total volume from all your smaller legs combined gets you the rank.
Okay, and the OR path.
The second path, the OR, is structure PV, and that rewards you for deep duplication.
Building deep.
Exactly. You might only have 2 dominant legs, but their structure PV, the total activity across levels 1 through 6, is massive. This path recognizes that a deep, duplicating organization is just as valuable as a wide one.
So both paths get you to the same rank.
Both paths get you there. So whether you build wide and balanced or narrow and deep, the system recognizes and rewards the effort.
And what's the one non-negotiable for staying qualified?
Consistent personal activity PV. Advancement requires both the organizational volume and your own consistent personal activity. It ranges from 40 PV for the early ranks up to 300 PV for the top ambassadors. It just ensures that leaders are always active users and operators.
The guide really sums it up perfectly for a beginner.
It does. It says, simply, each rank in APLGO can be achieved in 2 ways, either by building balanced legs, small leg PV, or by building deep duplication, structure PV. Every month, you maintain your personal activity PV to qualify for rewards. It's clear, measurable action.
So we've analyzed the stability, the unique technology, the product strategy, and this really high-leverage compensation model. The systems are clearly all there.
There are. And if we connect this all back to your personal journey, you can think of it like this. Starting your APLGO business is like entering a fully stocked kitchen with a master chef's recipe book.
I like that analogy.
The company provides the industrial-grade appliances. That's the global structure and stability. The accumulate SA drops are the premium ingredients, and the compensation plan. That's the detailed recipe that guarantees a 12-course feast for your family's future.
That really reframes the opportunity. It's not a gamble. It's a repeatable, proven process.
All you have to do is turn on the stove and start cooking. You know, the Fast Start Manual begins by making you define your KDY, your reason for doing this. And this brings up a really important question for you, the listener.
What's there?
What level of time and emotional commitment are you willing to give to your personal WHY to guarantee that feast? The system is ready. The next step is always yours.
As we enter 2026, the year of business, the opportunity is waiting for those who choose action over intention. APLGO isn't just about selling a product. It's about building a legacy through a system that rewards work with predictable results. Are you ready to register? Use this link to secure your spot now. https://backoffice.applgo.com, register.sp1230521. For fast, expert assistance with your setup, product selection, or rank strategy, contact our administrators. They are accredited distributors and wellness consultants ready to help. Lindy Way Binda on +2764 538 4662 or Lindy Wife at onlinecourseformlm.com. And Vanto on +27 79 083 or Vanto at onlinecourseformlm.com. Take the move today. We rise when we help others rise.